What's up, guys? This is Ninja Owner Ninja, and basically, I'm watching one of the best, I would say the best Shen in the world. One of the best. His name is Xpetu. I just call him or something like. Anyways, so basically, I wanted to explain why, like, he, I guess, in this video, how one comment destroyed 10,000 hours of champion experience in League of Legends, right? And basically, for me, as a more experienced player who's played maybe like, I honestly would say like, was like a 99th, I put maybe only 300 hours into this game. I'm talking about all time, maybe like 200. But basically, I would say that I tend to become better than a lot of people faster. Like, my explanation is there are people that are quick to master, whereas me, I'm late to, or no, I'm sorry, they're quick to learn, like they're fast learners, basically. That's what I mean. So they pick it up quickly, right? But that's it. They pick it up quickly, but you can easily pass them up once you start learning more beyond the initial bump, right? So they're quick to pick it up, but I'm quicker to master. That's the saying. You're quicker to pick her up, but I'm quicker to master. And so, like, we both might play, we'll say like an hour of a champion, and you might be better after that 1 hour, but after 100 hours, I'm better at that champion than you are. Because I tend to actually learn the champion, whereas you kind of learn things about the champion. Like, instead of learning how to play the guitar, you learn how to play a song on the guitar, and you think, oh, I'm better than you at the guitar, da, da, da. And really, it's just you're better than me at that one song. And forgive me for talking in the way I am. I gotta get a tooth pulled because I keep biting my cheek, so I don't close my jaw all the way, so I don't say my words properly. But, anyways, um, what I want to say is this person, right? I'm watching him, and the how one comment destroyed 10,000 hours of champion experience in League of Legends, and basically he would max Q first, and what Q did is you did more damage at like a lower cooldown by a little bit, right? And then W I think was like an AOE, and then you could block or you dodge auto attacks like 1.5 auto attacks or something. Like it's a 1.5 seconds of auto attacks, or it's like a zero point 0.5, and then 1.52, then 2.5 something. I don't remember of auto attacks, and then E was the dash basically. And when you max E first, it actually doesn't like you do more damage, but the thing was, sorry, I heard something right now. But the thing was, is it was on a lesser cooldown, so you had a lot more opportunity for playmaking, basically, and that's common sense, basically. Most people don't value that because they were not playing Shen the same way you're playing Shen. I think you might actually get Shen nerfed, much like how I got Rengar nerfed. You're gonna get Shen nerfed, basically, because you're gonna show a gameplay style that most people didn't know about, and how it can be way more than what they thought. But anyways, what I wanted to say was your method is actually like quite easy. Like if I were to play Shen, then the same method that you did, And I think that this is true for quite a few people. If they played the Shen the same way that you did, they too would have gotten E first because of the lower cooldown and the ability to play make and the fact that you did a little more damage and a little more cooldown reduction. And again, 1% is basically not much better than 1.5 or 2%. Like that difference is minute. But from 0 to 1%, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? That first jump is huge, but after that, it doesn't really matter. And then QWE, that E, like on a shorter cooldown by like, we'll say like 6 seconds. That's a lot of time. Like every time, however long the cooldown is, like I think originally like they'll say 16 seconds. Like every 16 seconds, you're looking for a play, right? And you reduce that down to 12, and you're looking for a play every 12 instead of 16, and that's huge. And again, that's common sense, and anybody and their mom would come up with that. Like that's obvious. And I say that because that's actually happened before. And what I mean is there was a champion, and his name was Hecarim, I think it was, in the jungle. And instead of putting a little more damage into him, instead what people were doing was leveling up his, I think, his ramp up speed so that he can gank more often, basically. And that's what people are doing. So instead of like finishing camp and waiting like 4 seconds in a brush, or waiting for an opportunity, they would just go and force it, and then go and circle around and go back in again, basically with Hecarim, because you could do that. You could actually sustain. Basically, you go and gank, take half your HP, go to a camp, and drain its HP for one of his abilities, and then the smiting heal or whatever, and you come back and you're basically almost full health again, and you do it again, right? And again, it was all about speed, basically. So that cooldown reduction, it's just you can do it more often. So all I wanted to say was you're making it seem like it's a big deal when in reality it's actually been right in front of you. And the issue is like this is kind of like the argument. This is now where I go and take this video game example and go and put it into the world, basically. And this is what I do, basically, because I'm a visionary. I'm the shaman. I'm Thrall. I'm the MC. I'm the main character of most of the animes and shit. I'm that the main character, as in like I got that rare opportunity, that rare chance, and it just so happens that I can kill people and just like anyways, something about me. Anyways, the thing I want to point out was, and there was actually somebody, a comedian, I forget who it was. I'm trying to remember who the comedian was. There was a comedian basically, and he had a joke about, I think it was Louis C.K. basically, and what you wanted to do is you want to be friends with everybody, like not just white people, not just black people, not just Chinese people, and not just whatever. You want to be like, I'm Mexican, right? I want to be friends with white, black, Chinese, and everything. And the reason why is because they all know a little something about something. And so now I have all that information myself. And so I'm going to do better in my life, much like you as a Shen player would have done better if you had known that Hecarim player, basically. Where he could have been like that one guy told you, and he saves you 10,000 hours of champion experience. Whereas myself, I could have told you that too. Like, yeah, I don't know Shen. I don't know how his abilities work. I never looked into it. I had no interest in playing him. He doesn't fit my play style. Now, because you're showing the world like, hey, you can play him like this instead of like that, he might get nerfed because they want people to play that way and not the way you're playing. Much like, again, the Rengar experience that I was telling you about, and what I used to do with Rengar is I'd be invisible. I hit my ultimate until everybody group up, right? And they would have taken forever, but I'm invisible for like an hour. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. So they finally group up, and what had happened was I walked up, I just flat out 1,000, 1,000,000%, I killed the AD, and I walked away, basically. So I would take ults, like they'd use their ults on me, they would go and use summoner spells on me and use God knows what, and I would walk out of the fray just and shout, right? And I'd chop something, slow somebody, and rah again, I'd heal again. And the thing was, the way I used to play him. Sorry, a car was went by. The way I used to play Rengar, basically, I would build 3 armor pen items or 3 damage items, and they'd be armor pen or whatever, and then it'd be 3 tanky items. So I can walk out of the fray, and it probably still works to a lesser degree, but you don't see it anymore. And the reason why is because people, what they do is they overdid it, basically. And they're like, oh, I didn't know you can do that. And then so now suddenly, now there's 6 damage items instead of just 3. And they would die, or they'd run around, kill, but never, push, gather up, and end the game. Never like literally to end, because that's what I would do, just end the game. Let's end the game, right? But if you kill, like after an hour, people are gonna be like, fuck this shit. If anybody's just gonna fuck around all day, and so that's why they nerfed him. But anyways, that's it. That's all I want to say. Um, thank you for watching. And again, no everybody, no tanks. Like, this is why knowing me is so valuable to a lot of people, because I have a lot of broad information, and I actually reach out, and I'm really broad as far as like what I'm interested in. If you watch my other videos, you'll see that I'm a jack of trades. You'll see that I actually hung out with different groups. I had the ability to go into a table of hot girls and just pass by, just slide on through, just, hey, what's up, how you doing? And they're like, what are you doing here? And it's not like, ew, get away from me. It's just, what do you want? Like, I felt I became part of their table, basically. And I can explain it or whatever, but anyways, and again, sorry, I didn't get my tooth pulled because I fucking hurt just to bite myself over and over and over again. So I talk funny. But anyways, yeah. So this is just a response to how one comment destroyed 10,000 hours of champion experience. How I think that 10,000 champion experience, all that means is that you spent 10 hours of a fuckery. Like, you didn't do shit. Like, you could have been way more than you were, but because you had a low interest or a small pool, or because you had something going on, you didn't learn what you should have learned. And again, it's something that I myself could have told you, or Heckram could have told you, or you could have met through some experience somewhere else. I think it's talking about like a white guy and a black guy, them being best friends. The black guy could teach the white guy about the fact that you have this thing where you flake, and that's why you itch. Like during the winter, you flake, and the white guy isn't aware of it because the flakes are white. And so the black guy, he knows it because he's black and he sees these white flakes. So it's obvious to him, but it's not to the black guy, or the white guy rather. And then Louis C.K. makes a joke. Meanwhile, The white guy knows, like, there's these rules and regulations and laws that the black guy may not know about, and it's like, why would you get that gun? Or why do you have a gun in your car? Oh, no, it's not. It's not Louis C.K. It's Bill Burr. It's Bill Burr. I apologize. Louis. It's not Bill. It's not Louis C.K. It's Bill Burr. That's who it was. And he's like, dude, why do you have a gun in your car? Get that shit out of here. Is it registered? And he's like explaining how the white guy is this way, the black guy is this way, and how the two of them together, it's better for the world, and why everyone needs to be like, what's it called? United, basically. And again, that's why I like doing what I do. I'm a jack of trades. So I can be part of every group and everyone in society, and I fit right in. I may not be the best, but people tend to like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the best. You're the best. Show me. And oh, cool, perfect. I love explaining. And I hate the fact that eventually, I'm like, why would you do that? That's not very good. And you could do this is way better. And like, well, fuck you. You're supposed to be learning. And, So, anyways, thank you for watching. Take a look at these, the follow button, grassroots. I always say the only way I'm going to grow is the world around me has to share me and tell the world about me. And unless you guys do that, I will never grow because I don't sell out, basically. Unlike a lot of the world that you know today, they don't do well because they don't sell. Just like this guy, alright? I and make videos and I'll say, hey, his name is X capital Petu, and he's one of the best Shen players, I would say. And I point it out, right? Because I want more people to follow him. And I'll say this, and I need you guys to do the same thing for me. That's all I'm saying. And again, I bring that information, and all I do is make you see things you should have saw the whole time. But anyways, be real, be safe, happy days, keep it awesome, and I'll see you next time. Peace.